Well, as a new rumor, or should we call it a theory, revealed who Giancarlo Esposito is playing in Captain America, well, an idea is making the rounds, and it actually makes a lot of sense and would line up perfectly with an upcoming series that Marvel has yet to announce, but fans want. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about who he could be, what series he could show up in, and why it could bring us the return of Moon Knight. Now, before we do that though, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. We do daily Marvel and DC videos, and we want to be your place for all the superhero news, but we're going to bring it to you truthfully and transparently, so you are in the know. Well, honestly guys, I found this one pretty interesting, but it absolutely is relegated to the theory or rumor stage because we have no sources for it, and I want to be straight with you guys right up front. Now, ever since we found out that the Mandalorian and the Boy star Giancarlo Esposito was joining the MCU, well, fans have been speculating who he's going to be. Now, the role is a complete mystery, but based on that recent set picture, it's pretty clear to everybody he's not Dr. Doom or Charles Xavier. Now, that first look at the character gave some interesting insight. It actually showed him in tactical gear, wielding several knives and what appears to be an axe. Now, typically, these kind of photos would make it pretty clear who the actor is playing, but as of right now, we still don't have any clues. Now, Esposito did reveal he's a part of an upcoming movie, and now we know it's Brave New World, but also a series. And this has led to a lot of speculation on where he could show up, but nothing is really clear. And to be honest, this theory kind of fills in the gaps nicely. This new theory that is floating around suggests that Esposito is actually playing the Moon Knight villain, Bushman. Now, that character's existence was actually confirmed in the first season of Moon Knight, and it would make sense for Mark Spector, Stephen Grant, Jake Lockley's next foe to be one of Moon Knight's most high-profile villains, and bringing an actor in like Esposito would be pretty perfect for that. Now, fuel is added to the fire here because it is very noteworthy that Marvel Studios actually enlisted Moon Knight writer Matthew Orton to pen the Brave New World reshoots. So the path to Moon Knight here is really short and could make a lot of sense. Now, Bushman, whose real name is Raoul Bushman, is a supervillain who's almost exclusively been part of Moon Knight comics. As a matter of fact, I looked at his Wikipedia entry, and I really haven't seen him showing up almost anywhere else. Now, originally he was created by Doug Munch and Bill Sienkiewicz way back in 1980 in Moon Knight #1. This is where he starts to match up sort of nicely to the comics, because typically he's a former mercenary with a background in guerrilla warfare and is known for his brutality and combat skills, and often is depicted carrying lots of weapons very similar to Esposito's character. Now, how he fits into Captain America Brave New World, I guess that's the big question. But we probably could look to other Captain America movies to kind of figure out how they would fit him in. If you remember correctly, Batroc the Leaper was part of Captain America the Winter Soldier, and that absolutely led to a much bigger role in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So given the nature of these reshoots and how long that's going to last, well, you can kind of see how they might be introducing the character here, and quite honestly, Moon Knight Season 2 would almost be the perfect place for him to show up next. Now, the caveat here is Moon Knight Season 2 hasn't been announced. And going through 2025, Marvel already has 2 live-action shows booked, and based on what Iger has said, that's all we're going to get. Added to this, we've heard reports that Moon Knight could be part of the new Avengers movie and very key to that lineup. Esposito playing Bushman and showing up in both projects could be the common tie that brings these characters together. And it does beg the question of whether Sam Wilson could show up in Moon Knight Season 2, helping to create that interwoven universe that Marvel did so well in the past that's definitely been absent the last couple of years. Now, it also should be noted that Bushman actually had another interesting tie to a character that's coming our way. We do know the Hood is going to be the villain in Iron Heart, and in the comics, Bushman was actually killed and brought back to life by the Hood, so this could be another path where the character shows up once again, and this is a series that's right around the corner. Obviously, Esposito joining the MCU is going to continue to be a really big story. Honestly, I want some confirmation before going full in on Bushman as the character that he's playing. It would be an interesting choice, and I really want a Season 2 of Moon Knight, but as of right now, there's no confirmation of this, so we want to take it with a grain of salt, but it would be really cool if it turns out to be true. We're going to have to wait and see.